Hi everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Conversations with Ife Talks. This session is another podcast that will be really mind-blowing, really engaging, interesting. You'll learn a lot. Sometimes life throws us a lot of things that we're not prepared for at the time when they come. And you just wonder what can come out of this situation that I'm in? How can I make the best of it? Are you going to just beat yourself down and remain down and, keep crying? Or are you going to find a way, no matter how difficult it is, to make the best of what has happened? Making lemonades out of lemons, right? That's the popular saying. My guest today, I call her Big Sis. Hi, Big Sis. Hello, Big Sis. So, she wrote a book and I read the book and I'm like, oh my God, I need to just have a sit down with this woman. We just need to talk and converse, right? Because my mind was totally blown when I read it. I was like, what? I mean, people go through things like this. When it looks like you've seen everything, you've heard everything, and they're like, wait now, there's still more coming, right? So that's what's going to happen today. We're going to hear from her. She's like a big sister to me. And it's just going to be very enlightening, very interesting. I want you to sit down. I want you to relax, pull a cushion, get coffee, get popcorn, get a drink, because your mind is about to be blown. So join me as I welcome my guest for the first time ever to Conversations with Ife Talks. Drum roll. Let's welcome Madam Omalayo Muriwa. Welcome, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you first for being here. Thank you for honoring the invitation, because I know that, your schedule, I know this was not even very convenient first. And I know that, but I want to just say thank you for honoring the invitation. Excited to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me too.
Awesome. So we're just going to jump straight into it. But before we go into the real gist, just tell us about yourself. Who is Omalayo? What do you do? Let's just know you a bit and all that. Oh, by the way, she's an author. Like she didn't come to play. She's an author. Oh, yeah, I said that she wrote a book. Yeah. So this is it. But we'll talk about that later. So yeah.
All right. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, my name is Omalayo Muriwa. I'm an administrative specialist. I'm an author, like I said. I'm a podcaster, and I'm also an entrepreneur.
Awesome.
But above all, I'm a single mom to the most adorable girl.
Yes,
on planet Earth.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Wow. We'll go into all that. We're going to hear all the juice. Very spicy juice. Okay, so let's start from. I like to always do a bit of throwback. So what was growing up like for you? How was that like?
Okay. So I used to say my family I grew up in a very complicated family. And I'll call it complicated because, my father, he was married. My mother was also married before the next.
Okay.
So my father was married, then he got separated from his first wife. He had 3 kids there. And then my mom also got married, then she was widowed. She also had 3 kids there. So those are 6. And then my dad and mom now met again, and they had 4 of us.
Wow, your mom is a strong woman.
Yes, 7 children.
Wow, okay.
Then after that, my dad still got married again and had another 3. So we are 13.
So your father too was a strong man. Okay,
so
amazing.
So growing up, yes, I lived most of the time with my dad and mom because, the other ones came later. So, but we grew up not living like a polygamous setting. My mom took care of all of us the same way. So it was not something like you feel that you are in a polygamous home and all that.
Amazing.
So, my father was a very strict man. Very, very strict man. And we used to call him General. He's the kind of person that you cannot, you can't stay in the room when he's there because you are scared. That is how much he is. My mom is,
She was the one that everybody was.
We always
Amazing, amazing. Wow, great. So were you close to your dad, even though he was quite strict?
Hmm. No, I wasn't.
Mm.
I wasn't. I was close to him in the spirit. Because yes, I always yearned for this closeness with him, but
Mm.
I was too scared to get close to him. So
Wow.
I wasn't.
When I look back at our parents, the parenting then and the parenting now, there's just a huge difference. You
Yeah.
can see that nowadays parents are very intentional about trying
Mhm.
to build a relationship with their
Yes.
children. But in the olden days, not all parents, but some, even in the old days, some parents were quite
Yes,
intentional,
they
but
were.
there were some of them that just, especially the men.
Mm.
I mean, the mothers were always mothers, but the men, they just always had this aura
Well,
around
funny
them.
enough, some of my friends used to
Yes,
say that
like
their
the song
moms were the ones
that
they were
was
even
the
scared with and everything.
it
I
was
don't know.
amazing, amazing. I remember then my boss, you want to be walking on the streets with a boy. Like, what are you kidding yourself?
Hey, you don't
As
want to
is
try.
as the boss, I remember that time I was like, maybe bosses come here, there's one of your male friends came with you, now go and hide in the backyard. Just hide there with people waiting for people. I was like, oh yeah, that's all right. So like I said, I read your book and it was very, very very, should I say, inspiring to me. I was surprised, yes. I was shocked. I was like, my God. And I was also still very inspired and intrigued with your story. And I just want to go into the marriage bit, because that's the next part I'm going to talk about. So how was that like for you? I mean, at what point did you get married? How did that happen and all that?
Okay, so I got married at the age of 28. Yeah. So I met my ex-husband then, So I met him where I was working. So I was working in I think I was working in the head office. He was working in a branch.
Okay.
So I was working as a
Like a
personal.
banker.
No, it was a brand communication
Okay.
company actually. So I was the personal assistant to one of the directors.
Okay.
So he wanted to work on a project. My ex-husband was the one doing the project for him. So he wanted me to follow up with him.
Okay.
That was how I went to that place and I met him. So our meeting was very funny actually, because he gave me a chair and the chair was bad. So the moment I sat on the chair, I fell, and that was it. But I still had to laugh it away, and from there, following up became following up. And
Get it.
so I knew that was the only relationship that I know that I prayed. I prayed about actually,
Wow.
and I thought I had God because it took
You had
me
peace.
time. Yes, I had peace. And then I was so sure. My sister also confirmed. My older sister, she confirmed me that okay, that why not just go try this and everything. And it was very okay.
Amazing.
As in, the first time we were going to meet, he told me immediately that he was going to get married to me.
Wow.
That it wasn't something like someone that was playing and everything, That's a girl's dream. You meet a man and he wants to marry you and everything. So about 5 months later, he proposed and we got married a year after.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
We got married.
So this is the marriage couple now.
Yes.
But I mean, dating him was good. Everything was great.
Yes,
There were no
everything was great.
issues.
The only thing was he told me that when there wasn't we won't have sex.
That's great now. That's a
Thank
God
you.
man.
I was so
That's
happy.
a God man. No premarital sex, no fornication. We love it.
So funny enough, I wasn't a virgin then. So I felt bad because even it was against my values, but I just had to do it because of one guy, and at the end, it still did not work out. So now meeting a guy that will tell you that please until wedding night, yes, you thank God and everything. Oh, God has this for me and everything. So it was very smooth. I agreed to that.
Amazing.
We had that. So we had the wedding on our wedding night. I always feel that wedding nights were meant to be the
consummation
night. Although later I found out that it's not compulsory to be and everything. Yeah. So I remember he wanted to go and watch Arsenal ball. Arsenal. He was an Arsenal fan, and he said he wanted to watch Arsenal football, and I stayed to count the money. We made plenty money, and I'm so happy that yes, we made money. So that was what I was doing. So I finished that and I slept off. And waking up when he came back, that was later in the morning, and I felt disappointed because I thought our wedding night was supposed to be for the consummation and everything. So he didn't see anything. He said we still had all time together and everything. Even my sister called the next day, said how far was the night. I said I wasn't saying anything. It's not like that it's not all wedding. That you have to do that and everything. And I said okay. But it kept on going like that and still there wasn't any consummation. There were different excuses. There were several excuses. But
How long? What were you saying?
So I was married for 7 years and there was no consummation. Although after three months of my marriage, I had an accident, and the accident was really bad. It affected my legs.
After 3 months of your marriage. So before we get into the accident, so between your marriage and the 3 months, I mean, what was happening? I mean, how were you?
So,
were you? The
thing is, there was a time we tried, but when we want to try, nothing was happening. There's a reason I can't say
of course.
I get you. So nothing was happening, and I started getting scared. Actually, worried, but I couldn't tell anyone. I just felt that okay, because it seemed like he also. That was how I felt, that he also was confused about it. He was worried about it. So yes, we will work it together. That's what marriage is all about. So we kept trying, although it wasn't always every time. At a point, he might say that he's tired, he's stressed. Yes, he had a work that was stressful then. So I just always have to, I didn't want to be that nagging wife. I didn't want it to be that, okay, it's all about this and everything. So I kept waiting and nothing happened. And it got to a stage that emotionally it started fading.
As in, you did not feel like it again, like is that what
yes, because you are in the mood and you think you are going to get there and you get to a point and nothing happens. You just get discouraged. So it got to a stage that even when it's now, as in, you feel like you just look at it that after nothing is still going to happen. What's
the point?
The point.
Amazing. Did this cause, I mean, grief, like maybe, well, everybody was just okay, the marriage was still good, no issues, apart from that one, I mean.
Well, the marriage was still okay.
You guys were relating and communicating
and well, we're the super couples outside.
Wow. Are you serious?
So even for the first, second year, okay, because of the accident, like I said.
So what happened?
Okay, it was a keke. I was going to work that day, and a bus collided with the keke and it's somersaulted. I got injured in my leg. So for 4 months I was treating that. So that alone took my mind off whatever issue we were having and everything, because I was trying to heal. Then after that I started noticing my left arm. It was not I could not hold things again. I could not grip things and everything. So I started with physiotherapy. Physiotherapy didn't work. So at the long run, I went for MRI. So it was the MRI that showed that I had a disorder in my spinal cord. And if I didn't treat it, the left hand was already getting paralyzed then. And it will move to my right, so I had to go for a surgery. So we started preparing. So all that also distracted
How long
us.
did it take?
So that took, because we started all this in 2011, and 2012 where I had the surgery. That was November 2012. We went to India and I had the surgery. So during the surgery period, I still had to heal and everything. So all that period, because I was too involved with the physical pain, every other thing, I wasn't even really thinking about the emotional part and everything. So I think it was after the healing again that I started, why it was getting there was people were now asking, this is 3 years now, guys, what's happening? And mostly, I think Nigerians, they do something. It's the lady that suffers this thing more. So every time, what are you doing? Even my HR had to call me one day and she was like, what am I doing about this? That I hope it's not that I'm just doing fine girl, things like that. So, you get home and you start getting worried. And sometimes when I tell him, he will just be like, don't mind them, this, that. But it was me. I've seen people call me. Some people will tell me, okay, you can take this and see, you can take this. It helps with fertility. It helps with barrenness. Some friends will call you, tell you that I know one pastor that you can go and you can't say,
and you can't say what's going on, like they don't know.
As in, and even it now got to the point that even my own siblings, I didn't tell them.
Wow. Yes, just wait a minute. We'll go back to story soon, but I just want to tell you that remember to subscribe, like, and share with your community. This story is amazing and you will enjoy it. So please like, share, and subscribe.
Instead, I saw that they were now getting worried about me not having a child. So I had to cover up with the story that because of my spinal cord, that the doctor said we should take it easy. So that was how I was quiet.
Amazing.
For 5 years. I think it was after 5 years that
you finally spoke
I
up.
now started speaking. And it was because I wasn't seeing any result, because I tried. Well, when you read,
you know the rest of the gist. I get it. But my thought is 5 years is a long time.
It is.
It's a very long time. What was driving you to hold on for 5 years?
Okay. So I grew up knowing that you have to support your husband. That's one. Number two, it was there for me when I had the accident. When I had the issue. So, you feel indebted that, okay, this person stayed with you. He is now having an issue. Should you also now leave it or fight with it? Wow. So that was the major thing, actually. You want to also be there. You want to, of course, it could have been me also, that because that was what I felt, that there was still solution. I read a lot, and there were a lot of things that made me know that yes, there were solutions. So I kept trying and trying with the solutions, but it was just because I wasn't seeing any response from him, any positive response. That was when
you say positive response, like in trying with the solutions you're bringing up, right?
So there were a lot of times when we go and see a specialist. Okay. He gets there and he doesn't want to say that there's a problem. He keeps telling them there's no problem. There was even one that he said that it was because he wasn't sexually attracted to me. Wow. That when he's with other ladies, he actually usually have erection and everything. So even the doctor had to say that, excuse me, this fine woman, you are not sexually attracted. That are, so there were a lot of things that started disturbing me emotionally. I was not myself again. It was only when we are outside that I just keep the face of the happy girl and everything, but inside it wasn't.
Amazing. Wow, this is a lot. So after 5 years, who did you not finally speak up to?
Okay, so I started with my sisters. And the reason why I had to speak up was it got to a stage I suggested adoption. Okay. Then he said no, he didn't want adoption. That because he didn't want a child from outside that maybe tomorrow someone comes and pick up the child. And so I started looking at it that to what extent we need to get people to know about this. So that day I just called my two sisters, the older one and the younger one. I said I wanted to see them. So, okay, firstly I spoke with, there was a friend that you get to learn about her in the book.
Okay.
That I met. I actually met her also through my husband.
Okay.
So she was the first person I told. And the reason I told her was because we were speaking one day and she was, okay, we were alone together and she was like, that she has always been praying that our marriage should be like my marriage. And it was very dark that day. So I was already angry within me that why would this girl, and she kept saying it. So I just had to say that, please, can you stop? Can you just say that that you should have a good marriage. Don't ever compare. She said no, that she likes our marriage. That was when I just broke down and I had to tell her. So immediately I told her, she was like, why haven't I told anyone that no, I can't do this on my own? So she was actually the one that gave me that ginger that, okay, please speak with your sister, please. So that was when I called my sisters and I spoke with them. In fact, the younger one, even she pitied me, but this older one was very angry with me. As in, for some days she didn't even speak with me at all. Because she was like, why would you keep such? But it was just, I was trying to protect my marriage and protect my husband. That was it.
Woo! Guys, this is a lot. I'm sure that your mind is already getting blown. Like you're like, what's going on? Okay, so when you got to this phase, what did you do?
Okay, so after speaking with them, they told me that, okay, we now decided that it's time to speak to the parents. My father was late then, so I just had my mother, but he had his father and his mom.
Okay.
So they are both separated. So we spoke to we told the parents that we wanted to, okay, I was the one that's, okay, when I got home, I told him that I wanted us to tell our parents. He said that he would tell his own parents. I should tell my parents, my own mom. My mom is a very simple person. When I told her, she was just like, oh, what do you mean? That was it. So when we told the mom said that, okay, I spoke with her on phone. And the first she said, oh yes, that because she's a pastor. So
okay.
So she said yes, that she had seen it, that it's my spiritual husband. That I have a spiritual husband. And it's the spiritual husband that is disturbing a son from having sex with me and everything. So it hurts me. I mean, it really pained me because I was like, if this was your daughter that told you this. So she said I should come to Ibadan, I should come over to her place, that she wanted to pray with me and everything. So when I spoke to my sister was like, don't try it. Don't let them go and renew anything. And I was like, no, it's not like that. So I didn't go. So I felt so disappointed that was what she said. But my father-in-law then, he was a very, very great guy. As in, he was very angry with me first. That why didn't I tell him all this? Well, at least I used to speak with him and everything. And he told me that please don't do anything funny. That he will come over. He was in Ado Ekiti then. He said he will come over, so he came to Lagos. Told me to invite my mom. So they spoke with us. They spoke to him. It was like, he still kept saying it was stress. So we had some tests that we did, but he never showed me the results. What was your own result? Even when we went to India, I suggested that we did general test and everything. I noticed that I was the only one that did the fertility and reproductive test. He didn't. It wasn't in his own tests. So I kept telling him that let's speak to people here. Nobody will see us here. At least, even if you are ashamed of it in Nigeria, India, that's the end. He said no. So we didn't do anything even then. So the father told me to wait for a while that he will do something about it. He tried doing several things, but it wasn't just, it's not about you. It's about the person. If the person is not willing, and that willingness was one thing I never saw. And I think that was what even made me decide that, okay, maybe it was time for me to move. And the moving was because I wanted that, okay, if I move, this will make this person see that, okay, truly I need to do something. So I moving was even, I thought it was going to be temporary. So I decided to leave, but it was when I left that I started finding out several things. Yeah, I just knew that no, it was
wow.
nothing.
I'm so shocked, surprised, overwhelmed, and sorry that you had to even go through this kind of thing. And in my mind, I'm like, God, and looking at the journey. If I'm going to ask you, what are the things that you wish that you did better in this situation? Something that people can learn from. Maybe I still have another question, but let me just quickly chip this one in here. If you were going to rewrite it, or your younger self, or you have a young lady in front of you, what would you have said, or what would you say to her?
So the first thing is, don't ignore red flags. Because they were red flags. There are some things I saw then that I should have thought about it, that there was something missing. But number one, I want to get married. Then this was Jesus boy. It was a very good Christian and everything. So I didn't want. I saw those ones like they were little things and everything. That's one. Then another thing is be open. This is now even to guys and girls. Be open. Just say out things. The person that will still marry you, marry you. That's it. Because the truth is, if he was open from the start, we would have had solutions. There are other things, but don't deceive anybody into marriage and everything. So
amazing. I just had to ask that. So I know you have a daughter. So how did that happen?
Yes, I do.
See how your face lit up.
Yes, she lights up my own.
I love
actually.
it.
So okay. So I want to story is another thing. Okay, coming out, I was a very good girl. I am still a good
I
girl.
was about to say that.
Please.
I did I know you. Our prayer, very, very committed, intentional,
you get to the
diligent.
point, especially when I came out of the marriage and we were separated. And after, I was really hoping that I was going to go back. Even the house that I took then, I made sure that it was not a comfortable place. There were a lot of things I could have taken away from the home that I was staying with him, but I didn't take them because I thought I was coming back. But after hearing some things when I came out and knowing that, this was a plan from the start and everything, I just knew that I had to move on. So, it's a separation period is someone you've been with for 7 years. And I truly loved him. That was why I stayed that long. So it just messed up my mind. And I was like, was it even worth it being a good girl and everything? So that day, I think I had met this man. I met him at a get together that we attended, and that day I just wanted to be naughty, and I told myself that today I want to be naughty. Okay, so hi everyone. This particular edition is powered by Joby Photography. Are you looking out to get married? You have a ceremony coming up, a burial, whatever it is. Joby Photography is the best
photographer. That will help you to shoot and cover your events, whatever event is that you have, with excellent customer service. So check out Joy Photography on Instagram and tell him that I'm giving you that. Use my name and you'll get a discount. All right. Thank you. Bye. We'll go back to the video now.
And I decided that I was not going to listen to it. I was staying then with my very close friend, and I told that I was going out, and I'm not. I just told her I was going out. I didn't tell her anything. I went. So the next thing she was calling that Alpha when I come. It started ringing, and I told her that I'm not coming back again. I just switched off my phone because I know her. She will start saying, "No, you shouldn't do this." And it was just like I just wanted to be a bad girl for once, and bad girl.
You know what they used to say? When we were in school, and they said that those people that never cheated before, or you have never done any aristo, when you're in school, there's some people that's what they do. They understand the game. Nothing can happen. But you see, that's one time. You just say, just today, let my head down and say it will choke. That's what used to happen. If you're a good girl, just be good.
Please be good.
Just be good to the end. But you see, that's one day that you say, today I'm gonna, that's it. That's the end. I don't think any good girl has ever escaped this thing. I don't think any good girl. Okay, now, fine.
So that was, even after I started seeing symptoms.
So it was just once.
It was once. It was just a night.
God, I beg.
So just once.
Wow.
And like 2 weeks later, I started seeing symptoms. Period was late. I won't lie to you. Pregnancy was the last thing on my head.
Of course.
Because even after that night, when I got back, I started feeling guilty. I felt so guilty. I had to tell my friend. She was like, it's fine and all those things. I had to call the man that, please, I'm not that kind of girl. Please, I don't want that. This is not what I planned and everything. And he himself apologized and everything. And I decided to stay away from him that, please, this is not it. This is not who I am. So after the 2 weeks, I didn't see my period. I did not think about pregnancy. I started thinking about HIV, thinking about several things. Hey, I'm in trouble. As in, I was so scared that maybe this thing now. Because, when after 7 years of, you had already thought about it, that was babies the last thing. Because sometimes it comes to my mind, even when I was in the marriage, that what if even me, I had problem? I can't even know now.
Yeah.
So I had written, that was not something that I was always thinking about.
Yeah.
So when I told my older sister, she was like, have you done pregnancy test? I said, I don't think it's pregnancy. She said, just go and do it. So I spoke with my friend too. She said, okay, that we'll do the pregnancy test. And even when we were going to do it was her that I said, you will do it. And whatever you see, please just give it. Because you people, I'm telling you, it's not pregnancy, it's something else. Let me go to the hospital. They said no. So it just came out and she was like, see, you're pregnant.
Yes,
and
God,
that was it. It was mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Because yes, I was happy that so I could get pregnant. But the circumstance also was now it. So, when you are happy and you are not happy. But the people around me, they were so happy. As in, my older sister is one strict kind of person. But for her to be happy that
I'm pregnant.
And say, yes, I am pregnant, but do you know how I am pregnant? How do I want? She said, please still leave down. You are pregnant.
As in, wow.
As in, it was just like, so that was how the pregnancy came.
Wow, amazing. Your story is so, after that, so have you been able to cope? How were you able to pick up your life? How were you able to rise through all of that?
So it's been good. That's one thing I would say. There's nothing you can do in this world without God. So one thing I know is that God never left me. Yes, I was always trying to go the wrong way, but he's always with me. And that's really helped a lot with everything. Because truly, when you have God, you have all. No matter what you go through, you'll be able to stand. And His mercy is just something that I used to say something that after Jesus, I think I'm the next in line, because the way God loves me, sometimes I am not a good child that should be loved the way He loves me, but He does love me.
Wow.
And that has really helped me in everything. It has helped my faith. It has helped me as a single mom. It has helped me to take back my life and know that yes, I can't give up. I had dreams before all this, and I still need to achieve all this and lots more. It has just been God, and
Amazing.
I'm grateful to Him.
Amazing. You know, there's always this stigmatization for single mothers, single women, blah blah blah, and all that. I mean, do you ever get that feeling? Maybe they might not verbally say it, but that sort of energy of are you a single mother now? Now, how do you deal with that?
So I guess it a lot. It's a normal thing because some people will even write your story for you, and until I got the conviction from God to write this book, I was someone that never told anybody my story. So most people, it was after I wrote this book that they really knew my story. So there was this group I joined, also a single parents group.
Okay.
And all of them usually talk about their story, but everybody just saw me as, because I'm this single mom that you will not see, because I have God. You will not see me going about begging that please, my child has not eaten, or I need to pay my child's school fees. So everybody just had a story for me already that this one. Maybe she just
has somebody that
she
is
has
sorting
one,
out.
maybe the father is somewhere, is one allergy, blah blah blah, and everything like that. But there were also people that looked at you like, who is this? Then she'll be saying that she's a child of God, but she's not a single mom. So there was that also there. So, but I'm grateful to God that I was able to go through whatever that was, because a lot of people, when you hear their stories as a single mom, you know that yes, it's not something easy. You raising the child and at the same time trying to build yourself. You have two things you are doing at the same time, and it's really not easy.
Wow. And then combining work.
Yes, combining
everything.
Work,
I mean, trying to be financially stable.
Yes. And you still want to, for those that still want to get married, you still have to try to be ready to.
Are you looking at get married again?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I am.
Awesome.
I feel so.
Amen. I was see how your face lit up.
Yes, so because I'm someone that I still believe that there are great marriages.
Yes.
I have seen great marriages. My younger sister has a beautiful marriage. My older sister has a beautiful marriage.
Wow.
My mentors have great marriage. I have people around me that makes me know that I still want to get married and have a good marriage, because they are great marriages.
Yes, and I pray that God will do that for you in Jesus' name. Okay, so let's just wrap this up, right? So, I mean, if someone wants to get your book, how do they get it?
Okay, so you can DM me.
Okay, so what's your
my?
We're going to put it in the, I don't know, but what's the handle though?
At Moriwa Omolaya.
Okay.
Yes, that's my Instagram handle.
Okay, and then
also my number my number will be.
Okay.
Then also it's on Seller.
Okay, so Seller. Right. Awesome. No excuses good enough. So guys, you have to get this.
You'll get more of the stories there.
Yes, as imagine everything we heard that we've never heard everything, right? So I mean, my final question, final word is, I mean, for a single mom out there, for somebody who it looks like they've gone through something, and I mean, how am I going to come out of this? What good can come out of me? What should I do with my life? What would be your advice to them?
So first, I'll tell every single mom out there that you are doing a great job. You are actually doing a great job. I never think that you are not. Then another thing you should know is that you cannot do anything alone. You need help. So look for people to help you, because I won't lie to you, that was one thing that I enjoyed. I have people, I ask for help a lot. I have this very beautiful friend that God brought to my life, and she has stood by me and she has helped me. I have my church. Yes, you should also know God. When you know God and you are committed to God, He'll bring people to you. He'll bring people to you.
Amazing.
So don't give up. There are still a lot of things. And there was a dream. You had a dream before you became a single mom. Chase that dream. Chase it.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. I know that for everyone who has listened and will still listen, I know you have been inspired one way or the other. You can see that, yes, some things happen. Your life, you feel like you have it all figured out. And one way or the other, things just go the other way. And you're like, I thought I heard God. I thought I had it figured out. I thought that everything was just going to be perfect. And then the enemy just raised ugly head, or something just happens and it just looks like there's a detour. But at the end of every tunnel, there's always light. So it doesn't matter what you have gone through or you are going through. It doesn't even matter if you've not been able to speak up or share with anybody or something. Just know that God is in the story, God is in the journey, and everything is going to work out by God's grace. All right. So thank you everyone for being a part of today's session. So excited that you're here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. All right. Thank you everyone. Bye for now.